Hey, this is Colin, and this is another video from Florida Live Fire. This weekend I was cooking on the Foges TX Ram 120 Pro, and I came across an old friend of mine who is a commercial fishing guide, and he'd brought in a whole bunch of fish. Unfortunately, he sold out before I got a chance to get to him, so all he had left were shrimp and some beautiful American red snapper carcasses left over. And he offered up some of the carcasses for free, so I grabbed a couple of American red snapper and a triggerfish and decided I'd try to cook up the collars. So this video is just showing us a little bit about what we did. We also took some of his shrimp and made a paella, and we also were always cooking steaks, so we grabbed a couple of steaks and threw them on as well. So in this little clip right here, you're able to see that we took those beautiful carcasses from the snappers and the triggerfish and started to take those collars out. I'm still getting used to all the video editing, so I'm kind of just messing around with some stuff here. But the cool thing was I haven't cooked fish collars in a long time. So I was kind of figuring out, how are we going to do this on a live fire grill. And the nice thing about it is you could do it like a bunch of different ways. I mean, you could do it everything from just throwing them on the grill. You could probably find a way to wrap them and bury them in some embers. And I chose to throw them kind of just hanging off of one of our rotisserie attachments that we had. So here we are, I'm just salting. I made like a little, citrus olive oil kind of marinade splash that I threw on it. And then we skewered them up and just kind of hung them next to the fire. The friends we had over for dinner helped me put together the paella. The paella was just a really straightforward, simple paella, and the idea was to cook some of the shrimp that we got whole. So we had these beautiful Key West pink shrimp that I split lengthwise, keeping the head on. It makes them, a little bit hard to eat. A lot of people don't like to pick up shrimp and shells and, have to peel them themselves, but that's what we like to do. So, just in general, we like to cook things bone on, cook things in the shell, cook things whole. So it turned out to be a lot of fun. So here we are getting the grill ready. For most of the cooking today, I used some of that Florida oak that I got in the background there. Just started up a nice strong fire. I did add some charcoal in later because the charcoal makes it a lot easier to control the flame or control the heat for when you throw a paella pan on there, because you want that to be relatively even. Man, I'm just obsessed with cooking on this grill. Here's a shot with some of those Florida pink shrimp. Like I said, we just split them lengthwise. So I went through the head of the shrimp and then flipped it around and split the tail. It actually makes it pretty easy to eat. But again, you've got to pick it up with your hands, and that's what we like to do. So there's the paella getting ready. Paella basically, we did red peppers, onions, garlic as like a sofrito. I did make stock out of the fish heads after I took the collars off. And then, after we made the sofrito, we added in a little tomato paste, paprika, saffron, and let that get nice and red and kind of bloom out in the oil. And then we deglazed or just added the fish stock. So that went really well. We cooked it all the way uncovered, which was kind of a tricky thing for me last time. Here we've got the rest of the shrimp I did throw on the plancha. And here's just a quick shot of us, flipping those around. That was just salt and whole butter and then finished with lemon at the end. I really, really love getting these shrimp from Dilly. You can't get anything more fresh, and it's just like really, really fun to eat something that's that close to the source. Here's the fish collars. So the ones that have skin on, those were the American red snapper. Those are great, but the interesting one was the triggerfish, and I actually had to look up a video by Reed the Fishmonger to help me figure out how to get the collars off. The collars are actually like really hard to get off. So anyways, that was our dinner. Thanks a lot.